Ow. Good day. Tidings. Welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Yoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I got a beam of light blasting me. Let me just handle that quick. Did that fix it? I think that did it. Alright. And I still see the spot that it left. Anyway. Hope you're doing well today. Good. Hope you're good today. For the grammar police. It always fits better in my mouth. Anyway. Today's a pretty good day. Every day you wake up is a good day. About 1 million people, I guess, a day don't wake up for one reason or another. They go to sleep and they don't wake up. Their last breath goes out into the solar system, where all they connect, like mind, like electricity, where their same freak tribe is up there. That's what I believe. I see pictures of it in my mind. It's hard to explain. I do the best I can. What am I gonna do? I'm just a spirit having a human experience in this soul sack, trying to take care of it best I can. I don't always make good choices, though. Anyway, I called this talk today, something collective conscious melding, collective consciousness. My mind my mouth aren't cooperating with one another today. There's a lot of cognitive dissonance going on. A lot of people mostly I think people are staying home. I don't know. I don't know what the collective is. Actually, someone that watches a same freak triber got freaking carjacked yesterday. And that's a prime example of this next period. Mars in Aries hanging out, Aries, god of war, man. We rough, man. We rough. We are the soldier. We are the soldier. So the foot soldier, the grunt that goes in first, that has to decimate. And you're trying not to think about your family and loved ones at home and what they'd really think about you if they saw what you had to do at work today. That kind of stuff. And so there's all these different all these people are having different experiences. Mine is the same home kind. I want to be out there. I want to be out there so bad. I thought about going up to Portland and taking some snaps from a safe distance. The thing of it is, it ain't safe for me, because I'm an authority magnet, and that's just walking into the lion's den. Now, if I had a friend and a buddy, someone that I could, a travel companion that I could go with, that I trust, that, we can help each other stay out of hairy situations, that's an entirely different thing. But to go out in the world alone these days, in situations like that, for a vibrational frequency such as mine, is just it's stupid. I'm a fool, I ain't an idiot. So, I'm staying in so I can take care of Ma and the dogs. Benzo. I don't know if the preview shows that, because I start the stream in OBS and then it starts like the preview. It connects to the software, and I don't know if they get preview grabs or not. But I was petting and taking and loving on Benny, and then I just got this picture of him. His ear all up here. It's all flip-flop, zigzag. He's zigzagging. Big face Benny. He's in a much better mood since I've been putting that ear medicine in his ear regular. I got an extra bottle too in case he runs out by Sunday, tomorrow when the vets close. That was my concern, because I didn't want to have to skip a day. Woohoo! Try to stay on top of it. So all these people are having different a bunch of different people on the planet are having different experiences as to how their account of the world is, and then they they get on the media and then they see stories and they're like, that ain't happening like that, you know, that ain't happening like that. So I don't really ever believe anything I see outside of my own 3D visual. I don't. If I'm not there, okay, that's somebody's perspective. I just always take everything with a grain of salt. You know, you live in an all things possible, multi-dimensional universe, you know. Yeah, sure, that could happen. There's a place in reality that could happen. Every story, I take that into account. And then I weigh the options of how much could that happen, you know. I really want to be out there by myself. Maybe one day I'll get out in the mix, but not today. And because I'm an empath, I feel everybody's energy. So when everybody around me gets fired up, of course I get fired up. I spent a lot of time transmuting that energy. I was out this morning taking pictures of roses. I'm going to put those up on Snapmanax later. It had like the temperature difference came down, the dew point came down so much that it created condensation. So I had moisture on the window of the big red truck, and there was some moisture on the flowers, but I took a spray bottle, my little spray bottle that I use to cool myself down and wet my hair and stuff, and sprayed and got some water droplets. So it is a staged photo. It ain't natural. I added to it. I modified it, to be clear. But I'll post those pictures later. They turned out real good. I came in, I'm like, Mom, look at these. Then I'm like, Mom, can you imagine when we move down to the mountain and then I can go out and take pictures, you know, in nature, you know? I can go, because I'm an early bird, so I'll get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and frickin' go out and take pictures of the sunrise around Mount Shasta and lakes, you know, do all that, be home, make breakfast for Mom, you know. I just been trying to record history the way I see things my whole entire life. I got photo albums and I got actual photos of my time when I was in Crete for Operation Iraqi bullshit. Those are actual hard copy, because I was back, you know, in the early 2000s, not everything was digital yet. I mean, so you still develop film. I did. That was always the vibrational. Pictures have always been significant to me. Cameras, recording events. There's the account. There's the account. Yeah. You know, that's why I was always careful about who I was in pictures with. I don't want to stand people next to people I don't like. I've always been extra, you know, and they just always put me wherever, because I was always the shortest in every, just short, just not, I'm height impaired. I'm gravity impaired too, man. My feet finds a hole, man. I went down on yesterday because of a pothole, and I was like, man, they're so busy freaking painting lines on this street. You think they'd be careful to freaking fill the holes. Oh, the taco shop, they got their freaking awning torn down. Mr. Inspector man came in and said, the nice people, your nice customers can stand in the sun until we make our declarations. I'm so tired of government, man. I'm so tired of all government. You know, the council of advisors is just now like the codgers in the Muppets. The old codgers, that's what they are all now. That's what Congress is to me. They're all just crazy and nuts, and they shouldn't even be driving, but they're making decisions. That turtle guy, what's his name? I don't even know. See, I don't care about names because it's the vibration of people, and they don't even vibe, man. They know vibe. They know vibe. The no viber are the people. And see, the whole thing is Gaia, Mother Earth, she is a living being, and she has a consciousness. And she is ascending, and because she is ascending, we are going along for the ride like ants, like fleas on a dog. And if we're not careful, she's gonna shake like a dog. She's gonna shake like a bitch. And it's ain't gonna be a bitch because some fleas are gonna go flying off. You know, and that's what's happening. Truth be told, 2020, the year of clear vision. People are being found out for who they are, and you can't be a fucking scoundrel for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years and get away with it. You can't, because to acquire money, when that isn't even real. We all have 4 seasons of our life. We all have 4 seasons of our life. I feel like I'm on about fall. Late spring. And people, there's a lot of people that have been in charge. They're coming into their winter season and they're like, oh shit, I gotta sow what I planted. I gotta eat I gotta eat the shit that I planted. You can't be mean to people. You can't, it comes back. Because we are just all one collective conscience. We are just all one thought process. Whether we connect, whether the power on the earth blows out, we're still going to have all the same thoughts as people on all the rest of the other side of the planet, even if we can't connect. There's pockets of like-minded. There's pockets of consciousness. Now these pockets are just expanding, and more people are coming to the same realizations, and ultimately they're going to come to the point that politics is a circle of greed. It don't count for nothing no more. It had its place, and now it's just so incestuously, disgustingly, nastily gross that we don't even believe anything they say. They're just taking all of our money. They just take all of our money to freaking use shit against us. And that's all falling down, and that's why all that's happening, because they're scared, because they're like little bitch freaking kindergartners that haven't gotten their way. That's anytime you see anybody act out, that's their mentality. But you put them in a bunch of uniforms and give them some sticks and guns and gas, you know. Dude, I supported those fucking idiots on the flight line. I supported them. They're the same guys that came back from Iraq. They're all the same guys. They're all the same bros. They're all the wrestlers. They're all the jocks. They're all the fucking meatheads that mommy and daddy told them could never do no wrong, and they all have really tiny wieners, mostly. They all have tiny little hands. The little hand man, oh man. See, you can tell a lot about a people. My Akashic record, my map legend about people, of what tells me about who a person is, including myself. We're all just mirrors on a little part of a mirror on a disco ball. We're just all a little piece, and how we reflect that. I reflect the shadow, in because I'm full spectrum, so I get duped a lot too. So I can see that. I know that anyone I meet has the potential to freaking do great, bring me great high vibration, or take from me and dip me low to hurt me if I allow it. If I let it happen, because nobody hurts my feelings unless I say, okay, here are my feelings, hurt them. No, but I don't take offense to anything unless I say, okay, here's my offense, here, take it. I feel extra offensive today. I'm gonna put it on you with my blah. See, more people start coming into being self-aware, you can't fucking blame others. You just can't. And that's why people like me are a threat, because look how much money is made from saying things that just aren't true. And if you just read energy, think about how much money people aren't going to spend on some bullshit. When people start, I remember a storyline some years back about the idea of putting things on ballots in local governments that people wanted. You know? See, trickle down economics and all that stuff. Economics is all just it's a nice idea. It's cool, you know. It's a system. It's all it is. Ultimately, all systems are controlled by the people that run it. And if you have people that are no vibers, then there's people that get things all twisted up and want to take advantage of other people and harm them and do gross, seedy things. And we see it every day, the nasty shit that people do to each other. I mean, we see it every day. It's everywhere. It's all over. It's outside. I mean, just the freaking... I mean, that's all a freaking taco truck dude wanted to do is put up an awning because people are standing out in the hot sun. And he wanted to put up like he was telling me, he's like, I want to put up a device to keep it like, so like a cooling device and everything. I mean, the man's smart, you know, and that's the thing. But you have these fucking dickhead control freaks, you know. 'Cause don't you know who? I don't fucking care who you are. Anyone that comes at me with that shit, don't you know who I am? Any of that. I just shut down. I just tune out. We got a no viber here, Marge. Just take it easy. Just take it easy, Marge. We got brown belt, black shoes, Marge. Not even black belt, brown shoes. I mean, I take a picture there. I mean, it's like, I don't know. But people are really showing themselves for who they are, including myself. And that's the thing, is I don't want anyone to ever get the freaking... I'm a light worker because I've been through hell, and I can easily fall back into hell any second. You know, if I don't know what could happen in my life. I just know that the karmic retributions of harming people is a karma that I am not collecting anymore. So I don't hurt people. I don't freaking put my hands on people unless I'm defending myself. And people just really need to freaking go back to the kindergarten ways and just keep your freaking hands to yourself. Just think about all the shit that wouldn't happen if people just kept their fucking hands to them goddamn selves. Just keep your hands to yourself. Unless the person wants you to have their hands on them. I made some notes. Shared consciousness and the brat kid. So that's the thing is there's a lot of people that want a peaceful, joyful, freaking just want peace and quiet, just live their life and just don't want hassle and just trouble and don't want to have to spend their days in lines and doing this and waiting for that because, and you know, depending on how the person at the door is feeling and is it the same person as before, and because they all have different rules and interpretations of the rules, and I'm down to going. I go to 3 places in life. 3 places. My whole life. I go to the laundromat, store, I'm down to once a week. I'm trying to stretch it out to like 9 days. And the flower shop. That's it. Sometimes I go to my pal Pam's for a shower. So, my world is small. I get to allow, I mean, but people don't really want to come into my world too. I try to make friends, but they don't want to. No, that's not true. I'm trying to figure out how to connect with people. It's just not working out sometimes. So more people want just peace and quiet and stuff, and then you have this no vibrational frequency, the 1%, the no vibrate. That's about the amperage of their emotional frequency, because that's where emotions are, is in the frequency. Passion, spark, that's where yay! That's where all the good stuff is. Surprise parties, you know. You know, and then you have some people that have had like trauma events, and so all that good stuff isn't as good. It's more traumatic. It's scary, right? Because it's the vibration of trauma and excitement are the same. Elation is the same. You know, you just have to try. Sometimes your endocrine system gets things twisted up, and your mind has to take a second. Oh, this is a good surprise. This isn't get up in the middle of the night. We're moving. Yeah. I know a lot of people have had those. They're a lot more common than people want to talk about. And that's one of the reasons why I talk about all shit that's happened to me in my life, is so that maybe if somebody hears about something that they went through, somebody made a comment that watched my videos that they were locked up in a room for a year when they were, so they know all about being isolated. And I know all about isolation for the close reasons, different reasons, but similar. We all got our stories. The thing of it is society for so long has disregarded those stories and said, "No, you don't count. No, that didn't happen. Nah, that didn't happen." And you know, and then you don't want to tell nobody no more, and then your feelings get hurt, and then you drop down, start drinking, or do all those other things that all the no vibers do, you know, and that's how you lose your spirit. Like, people and society counts on that. The winners are counting on people losing their spirit. I had to freaking delete from my library John Legend's all of that song. That I used to love that song, man. Now every time I hear it, my stomach turns. It came on last night. I'm like, nope. Him and his wife, man. I just can't endorse shit. I mean, some stuff, it's like some people, because I know astrology and I know when a lot of these people's, some people are just freaking too lost for the cause. They're just racking up karma in this life, and they'll figure it out later on. And I don't need to see them figuring it out. They're just that twisted that I don't even need to know them. And that bitch has never been on my radar. I didn't even know who she was until she married him or something. And then I only liked him because of that song that I deleted last night. But some people I'm holding out hope for. You know, I knew Taylor Swift was going to drop an album. I freaking knew it. I knew it. I almost knew it I knew it. She's into, I know she's into astrology. I know she's it because of her songs, folklore, in her heart space. And people, I won't be convinced that she's a devil worship anything other than what I believe her to be, because we've always been very close in alignment. And I also understand that her mother has always been, is going through health issues, and that her heart space is getting softer going through that experience. And that is what I see in this album. Because that's what's happening with me and my mom, is watching my mom age. My mom physically, she's in better shape than I am. Like with my back, my migraines, stuff like that. She just has the 5-minute memory window. And so at 5 minutes, from 5 minutes, she'll put together 8 hours and doesn't know that she's hungry. Or she won't complain about it or something like that. So I'm pretty much my mom's beck and call gal. Her go-to gal. What do you need, Ma? What do you want? What kind of food do you want today? What can I cook for you, Ma? Ma, what can I cook for you? You know, I like to spice it up, or, you know, mix it up, and she could eat the same thing every day. So we have a nice system. I can't wait to cook more and have my own garden, man. Just be out, go out, walk out, grab some tomatoes or whatever. Just, oh my gosh, those days are coming. I can feel it. I can feel those days coming. So a lot of the 1%ers are shorting out. They're just shorting out. They're just going, oh, they're freaking out. Have you ever seen something truly traumatized? Like, witness, not your trauma, but somebody else's? Or an animal that is just so scared that it's not even in its body. Your spirit comes up out of your body because those frequencies are not intended for our psyche. It's not, our spirit can handle it because it doesn't identify with the emotions. It's the humanness in us that identifies with the emotions in psychology. So in traumas, personalities actually splinter like these lights, and sometimes people stay at the same mentality that they are at the event that they happen. So if something that happened when you're 2 years old, or okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like that. But then they always have that childlike, right? Well, there's people that take advantage of that, the cretins, the no vibers, because they don't know how to feel emotions. So they like to toy with things, like a cat toys with a rat, mouse. Word on the street is cats smell fear, or they're so full spectrum that they smell fear and they like it. It's like catnip to them. So that's why, as I understand it, they toy with the mouse, and to prolong that, like creepy Uncle Joe Biden smelling kids and freaking women and shit, dude. I can't even believe that guy's on the ballot. Freaking, I wonder what would happen if everyone just wrote in Heyoka. Heyoka for president. I'll fucking do it. I know who they all are too. I remember who they all are. That's what all this old boy's doing. He's just remembering. I used to watch him on freaking Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. He's just been brought up, and it's funny because his mom was naturalized. DT, his mom was naturalized. That means here's a free ride. You don't have to fill out any papers. You don't have to stand in line. It's like getting a college degree, an honorary one, like they gave old. I wonder how many universities gave old pervy Bill Cosby an honorary doctorate degree, and then took him back later. They reneged. Would that make them a renit? Please. Come on. The hypocrisy. Oh, the hypocrisy. Just read energy. And don't buy it. Don't give money to things that are freaking lying. Anything that lies. I guess Subway's having a hard time. They're closing restaurants all over. And I can't wait till that fucking thing closes. I haven't had a Subway sandwich since they endorsed Mike Vick, or actually since the pedophile. And then Mike Vick, they got a bad rap, so I just quit buying their sandwiches, and all these people getting Subway sandwiches. Subway, your $5 footlong. Do they have that? I don't know. They used to be good too. But then what I did is I just started learning to cook and getting fresh ingredients, and I just started making my own food. And anything that I ever was so wonderful in a restaurant, I just freaking make it myself, man. That's what I do, is I just became so resourceful because you can't rely on people. You can't, so you just got to do it yourself. So I went to the Air Force, became a mechanic, learned all the hydraulic systems, all the freaking, electrical system. I learned how to drive freaking all kinds of different equipment. I just got to learn how to do all kinds of stuff, I just learned how to do it all, and then I decided I don't need nobody, and then I stepped into my spirit, and I'm like, shit, well, we get reflections of spirit source as a collective through other people, so I need to start working with people. And then so once I started figuring out how to kind of, really got into me, because I meditate state about an hour a day. Lately I've been going like an hour, and then going back down for another hour. Just staying plugged into source. And that's all my nighttime is. It's just me plugged into source. My meditate state. In just like an 8-hour period. I would do a sleep study just to because I'm curious about my own sleep patterns, because I bet my breathing slows down to like maybe once. That would be interesting to me. I've had all kinds of like I remember at Lackland, they always just had you do stupid shit, stupid details. Go clean this office, go clean that office. Yeah, whatever. We were like at the hospital for something, and they got a new brain scan. You want to test this scan? Yeah, I'll test it. I'll do it. I'll try it. What's it do? Can I push the button? Explain it to me. You know, so I mean, there's records of my DNA. There's, you know, and I don't care. I don't care if people want to get your shit. They're gonna take your stuff. They're gonna take it. People have been trying to take my essence since I was freaking 10 months old. They can't have it. That's why they keep trying to take it. They're like, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna just take out Marge's shiny light. I'm gonna be the one to do it. I'm just like, blast them with my power balls, my mind juice. That is that. I'm Heyoka. I had a reading by Peace Dealer. Go listen to it. It says so. I got superpowers. Nah, I ain't that big a deal, man. That's what I gotta remember. I am not that big a deal. What is this note that I said? You can't do that. I can do it. Can I try? I can't even read my own writing sometimes. And this light is kind of unhelpful too. But, okay, all organization businesses are run by control freaks that take all of our money. Oh, that's what all governments are. That's all that they are. They're just businesses run by control freaks that pay themselves. Dude, go look at their incomes. Go look at McConnell's income. Go look at how much these people make. Plus, they're lawyers, so they tell the public, they tell people that, you know, because of who they are. Don't you know who they are? Their verbiage and their legal expertise is upwards. I don't even know what lawyers are charging now. What, $500, $1,000, $1,200 an hour? I mean, the really good ones. And all they do is get freaking paid a bunch of kids like $20 an hour to do all the work for them, collect all the data for them. They put it together with their freaking $20,000 suit and say, well, don't you know who I am? Let me have my way. And then I got dirt on you anyway. Let me have my way and all that shit, you know? And all that stuff, there's karma to that. So they're getting their karma. And people are watching them get their karma. They're seeing, fuck, I don't want to act like that. I don't want that. You know, the lightning's striking. When lightning strikes, and lightning is striking, and I think you might also make notice that there's lightning striking all over the world. Notice the storms, the kinetic energy. People are so twisted up inside. We're making it rain. We're making the hurricanes. We're doing that by the power that we're creating on the latitude and longitudinal collective pockets of the magnetic grid of the earth, wherever you sit. So more people chill, more things will chill out. But people are scared and fearful inside, so every time they go out, they're gonna act in a way that's gonna freaking keep them scared and fearful. So, because that's how manifestation works. You're gonna draw that energy to yourself. So meditation, man, at least will freaking help keep people chill. And if you're new to the wake up game, get into your birth chart and get to know who you are. Because once you start figuring the storyline of your soul and your spirit and how it correlates, we're just all the Greek gods in the sky with our planetary placements. Those planets in the sky are related to emotions and feelings and storylines. You know, the paradigms of the patriarchal and the matriarch and all that stuff. And, you know, it's all that. Family lines, hurts, you know, justified, unjustified. It doesn't matter, you know. All comes down to is we all have the same experience. We just aren't all having it at the same time. People start coming more into their heart and in more situations, then, you know, I think about what the world would be if people just would, it's like, hey, I'm really scared here. You know, they just talk like that. If you're at the store, somebody pulled out a gun. I don't understand why you have that gun. Why are you doing this? Do you need money? Do you need someone to talk to? Do you need the outcome of sitting in a jail cell and thinking about this conversation for the rest of your life? Because it doesn't have, you know, I'm always the person talking people out off the ledge, because I've been on the ledge. The world is changing. It always changes. It's never not changed. And for people that have set it up and created an environment that their life doesn't have to change much because they get up and go to Congress every day for 25, 30 years and do the same things. And that is not the foundation in which the government, this nation was built on at all. Rotation of service, term, it's out of hand. It's out of hand. People are coming back into their spirit. I believe in people mostly. I do. I mostly believe in people because I believe in me. And if I didn't believe in me, I wouldn't believe in anybody. See, I trust people because I am trustworthy. I know that people lie to me because I have lied to people. I just try not to bring those old behaviors that I used to do into the present being that I am trying to be today. Yeah? How long I been blabbing? I just I just got, oh, that's way too long. I'm gonna go make breakfast and listen to Taylor's new album because I think Folklore is pretty good. I'm holding out for Ga. I know she went through her dark periods, and I've done talks on Marina, the bloodletting whatever, and she's gonna meet her maker, and she knows this. That's why she's like, well, you know, she knows that. She knows this. She knows the darkness that she's gonna. I also understand as the art, you know, and I don't condone anybody's behavior that takes any essence of anything. And then I think about, at the same time, you know, a witch could be construed as a little kid blowing out a dandelion making a wish. You know, so I mean, it's like I'm full spectrum, so I don't judge nobody for nothing. I've done it all, and if I haven't done it in this incarnation, I've done it in the last. I'm just trying to make up for shit in this one. I really am trying to clean up the final wreckage of my past because I really am tired of. I don't think I want to come to Earth, the alien ant fight. There's other shit in the realms of the galaxy that I want to hang out in, you know. I might be through with the alien ant farm, which is Earth, after this incarnation, but I'm gonna make this one a good one, that's for sure. But I've done talks about, because I was really, about 2 years ago, I was really, and I'll do talks about her soon, about now that she's making it back around, because this is before all the bloodletting stuff came out, so soon I'll do my take on it, all that stuff, because it's ego. It's either, when people get older, they're either going to grow into their spirit, more into their spirit, or more in their ego. And when people grow into their ego, they do dastardly things to stroke that ego. That's about all I got for now. I hope you have a rad day. Peace.